Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure being with you again. You're welcome to this our month of health. Our Bible story series this month is on health. Health. I'll be taking the physical aspect of health, and our daddy, the general overseer of this ministry, whenever he ministers, we take the spiritual side of it. We are privileged to be medical doctors as pastors. Health. What exactly is health? Now, health can be defined as the state of complete, underline the word complete, physical, mental, social well-being. That is, you're well mentally, you're well physically and socially, and not just the absence of disease. Health is not just the absence of disease, but complete wellness, physical, mental, social. That's what health is. Now, for the next couple of Wednesdays, I'm going to talk of different sides of health, things that affect health positively and negatively, and the solution to it. Now, today I'm talking about the effect of diet, what you eat or drink on health, on your physical well-being and your mental. What you eat can make you mad. Now, diet, what's the definition of diet? It means the usual food and drink taken by a person. Like some people, they like, in this area, they like pork meat and tapioca. Pork meat and this. Some, they eat it every day. Some people eat cake every day, meat pie every day. There are some things you take every day. So that's what diet is. It's the usual food and drink taken by a person. There are some people here, they must eat starch every day. That's their diet. So diet means the usual food and drink taken by a person. The usual, underline it. It could be good or it could be bad, harmful diet. I remember a couple of years ago, I loved pork meat. You know, the pig, the meat is pork. Loved it so much. Put it in stew. Whatever I cook, there must be pork. I loved eating a lot of garbage, and it affected my health. At 39, I was hypertensive. I mean, terrible hypertension. The blood pressure was so high, they couldn't manage it. They referred me. I was referred to University of Benin Teaching Hospital in Benin, Edo State. It was so high, they couldn't handle it. They sent me, in medicine, we call it referral. I was referred to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. University of Lagos Teaching Hospital. And that was it. Every time I went back, my blood pressure, I was on so many drugs, but it kept going higher and higher. I was on a harmful diet. Something you eat usually, you like it. You must eat. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Now, a poor diet has a harmful and bad effect on your health. Like, I was always eating pork. If I ate rice, there'd be pork in the stew. If I ate soup, there'd be pork in the soup. I loved it so much. But it was harmful. Bad cholesterol. So a poor diet has a harmful and bad effect on our health, on your health, my health. A bad diet. Now, it will cause so many sicknesses. Heart problems, heart diseases, hypertension, heart diseases, hypertension, diabetes, stroke, liver problems, kidney problems, mental sickness, anemia. That is when the doctor looks at you and says, oh, you are pale. Your PCV is so. You send you for blood test, your PCV is so low. You're pale, you're white. If they look at the palms of your hands, like, why they do these hands? And you're usually tired, you are easily exhausted. When you do something small, you are weak, and all that. That's anemia. In medicine, we call it anemia. When your hemoglobin is low. What you eat A poor diet can give you weak bones, osteoporosis, very weak bones. Small thing, your bones are broken. Diet. Bleeding gums. There are some people, you're not supposed to be bleeding every time you're brushing. Every time you're brushing and you are bleeding, it's not proper. And it's an effect of your poor diet. Now, let me mention a few of these kind of diets. A few of them, because I'm sure you are curious. Tell us some of them now, so I will know maybe I'm taking a bad diet. Food with plenty of salt. You love salt. If the salt is not picking in your food, you can't eat it. I'm talking of bad diets. That is bad food and bad drinks that affect health negatively. Too much salt. And some people seasoning. They are cooking a little pot of soup. They can put 4 or 5 or 6 Maggi cubes. You are digging a grave. In fact, you are digging your grave. High blood pressure. Salt. That's an effect of, when you take salt, everything must be so salty. It affects your heart. You develop high blood pressure. You need to be there, I've been there. High blood pressure. Terrible sickness. When you have the tightness right here, it's like somebody's clenching like this at the back of your sternum, your chest here. And the consistent headaches, breathlessness. You walk from here to there. You have to sit. You go. That's hypertension. Consistent, persistent headache. Also, you can't lie down flat without pillow. You must prop up 2 or 3 pillows before you can lie down. You start developing swollen feet. Hypertension is due to too much salt in your food. Too much seasoning. That's why it's usually not too healthy to buy cooked food outside. Because most of those that cook to sell, so that it is sweet, in quotes, they put a lot of seasonings, which has a negative effect on your health. I know I'm a pastor, but I'm a doctor. I'm talking as a medical doctor. Also, now I'm talking of bad diets. Food with bad fats, high in cholesterol. Like I told you, pork, deltans, pork. Let me speak PG. Be careful yourself. Pork meat is very high. In fact, it's one of the deadliest. In fact, let me just tell you the deadliest meat you can eat in life. It also causes cancers, high blood pressure. Here, we speak in pidgin. Who not go, no. You need to be hypertensive to know what hypertension is. I've been there. I was hypertensive for 3 years. Horrible sickness. Terrible sickness. And the drugs, I was spending a fortune buying drugs. Pork. Very high in cholesterol. Then there are many of these oils. I don't want any company to come and sue me to court. Particular brands of groundnut oil or whatever. And so because they will just carry me to court, and the next thing I'll see a court fine. Court summons. But many of these oils we're cooking with, whenever you're going to buy any oil, read it properly. Many of them are high in cholesterol. They are bad fats. They are hurting you. Also, foods with a lot of processed meat. You know sausages? You know sausages? Not those sausage that meat by thingy. I'm talking of sausage meat that you buy in malls. Sometimes you chop it and put it in fried rice. Sometimes you make hot dog. Yes, you know hot dog, right? Hot dog. That's sausage in it. They are processed meats. They are not healthy. They are not, read my lips, they are not healthy. Also, we're talking of bad diet, drinking of alcoholic drinks. I'm going to take that particularly alone the last Wednesday of this month, the last Bible studies on health in this series. I'm devoting it to alcohol, the negative effect of taking alcohol. I usually tell people, when you keep on taking alcohol, either as a habit or even occasionally, like some people say, I take it occasionally, you are digging your grave by yourself. You don't need any witch to kill you. Particularly in this area, we're very witchy. Everything is a witch. Witch from my mother's side. So there's sometimes not witch from anywhere. We dig our graves by yourself. If you are taking alcohol, no matter how occasional it is, you're hurting yourself. In fact, I usually tell people, you are digging your grave. And it will be better if you write your will. Just write your will. When I go, my shoe, that I should give this person. You know what your will is? How you want your things to be shared after you are gone. Because you're actually killing yourself. Alcoholics, alcoholic drinks, there should be no go area in your life. Also, when you don't take enough vegetables, there's little vegetable in what you eat in your diet. Bad nutrition. That's a bad diet. You must take a lot of vegetables, and in this series you will know why. A lot of them. Like I remember, when I got to the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, where I finished from, the consultant I saw there started asking me a few questions. He said, I remember you. We used to be in year 1 when I was in my final year. I said, yes. He said, where do you stay? I said, I live in Delta State now, Sapele to be exact. And he was like, wait a minute. Now, I don't want Delta State people to take me to court. He now went, wait a minute. Do you eat all those their soups? Like banga, oil soup, the white soup? I said, yes. He said, for crying out loud, and you're a doctor? You should know they are not healthy. All these things are giving you, all these things, you're eating the wrong things. You should have known better. That was in 2001. Because I became hypertensive in 1998. That was 2001. He said, stop it. Because every time you come, I keep on adding 1 or 2 drugs to your drug. If I now you got to 7, I was taking about 7 drugs together. The BP kept going higher. He said, for crying out loud, you are digging your grave. Stop eating those things. I had to. 25 years ago was the last time I ate banga soup, oil soup, everything Delta here. He said, eat vegetables. Cook only vegetables. Every time I want to eat any of these foods, I have to eat it with vegetables. For 25 years, I've had to eat it with vegetables. So, a bad diet is a diet that you don't have enough vegetables in it. Also, when you take in things, eat or drink things that are not rich in vitamin C, we need a certain level of vitamin C daily for our bones, for our gums. So when you don't have enough of all these things, you keep on eating the wrong things. There are some people, they take snacks. Snacks are not healthy. They're not. Every day they must eat puff puff or meat pie or cake. Cake. I know some people can blow my face. Cake, I say C-A-K-E, is not You can eat it once in a while. You know what it does? It raises your blood sugar. That's what diabetes is. Hypertension is high blood pressure. Diabetes is high blood sugar. And diabetes comes from your sugar intake. Sugar. Things. Some of us, we like sugary things. Sugar. If we're going to make a cup of coffee, little more here. Some people put 4 cubes of sugar. I remember when I was young, we didn't understand these things though. My mom was a nurse. And she made sure that anytime there's this powdery substance we call gari here. It's made from cassava. We call it gari. Anytime we have to take it, my mother will make sure you don't use sugar. No. You were not allowed to take sugar. Anything we were going to take, they measured the sugar. Because my mother was a nurse. She knew the medical implications of high sugar. And some of us, we like carbonated drinks. If you don't drink Coke, you drink Fanta. So people it's so bad, they get addicted to Coke. Yeah. One of my relations started by taking a bottle of Coke a day. But it got to a point, he started taking 5 bottles a day. And it causes addiction. Coca-Cola causes addiction with time. And listen carefully to me. It got to a point, when he's going to bed that night, he will go with Coke. Before he wakes up, he would have finished the Coke in the morning. A day came, he slumped. He was in a coma for 5 days. By the time he woke up, he was diabetic. He didn't know it. He didn't know he was diabetic. So he had a diabetic coma. That's what we call it. That the level of sugar was so high. You know what a coma is? The person is not dead, but he's not alive. The person is just there. Even if he use a hammer to hit his head, he cannot wake up. They're unconscious. A coma is an unconscious state. He was like that for 5 days. The sugar he lost it. That's how dangerous sugar is. And like I said earlier about bad fats, you can also go into a coma when your blood pressure overshoots. The person slumps. And you know why you have to be very careful with that? In medicine, we call hypertension the silent, S-I-L-E-N-T, killer. And in the last couple of months, we are seeing it playing out in this country, where people will tell you this person slept and didn't wake up. Or they tell you he was well or she was well. Oh. She was just entering her house, she slumped and died. Have you heard that recently? I have. This person was okay. Oh. There was a man of God who finished preaching, came down from the pulpit. I'm talking of in the month of March, live in Delta State here. He preached on a Sunday. He walked down himself, sat on his chair, and died. He did. People just noticed his neck was like this. What's wrong with the man of God? Man of God was gone. That's what we call hypertension. When it's there, you won't know. There are many people with hypertension, they don't know. They're already hypertensive. So they keep on with the bad, junky things they're eating. You know. Always eating fried things. In fact, since that time, my consultant banned me from even fried fish. I don't fry nothing. I cook it. I don't fry fish. I don't fry meat. I just cook it. If I want to make stew, I cook it. Yes, sir. Because all those fry things, they raise your blood pressure. And it's amazing because these are the days you are seeing people 20-something hypertensive. They're already hypertensive. Because when we were younger, in our own days, our parents gave us good food. We ate good food. We ate, like when we were young, you won't believe it, we ate rice only on Sundays. And we were not poor. Only on Sundays. We ate our normal local foods. But rice. Only on Sundays. When we were going to cook chicken, my mother would peel the skin. She was a nurse. She knew that the skin of a chicken, the amount of cholesterol in that skin you are eating can kill you. And it's all these things. You won't know. It's building up in you. That's why we call hypertension a side. That's why today I'm talking about, in fact, for 2 Wednesdays, today and the next Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about diet, the effect of bad diet on health. Because here, they always be chanting, which? Is it the witch that put the pork in your mouth? Or is it the witch that came to fry your meat? We're eating the wrong things. Like we didn't know, my mother will always remove the skin of chicken. We're always like, that's the sweet part. It's sweet too. You know, most of the time, what will kill you is sweet. We didn't like it. And those days, she would give us a lot of vegetable. We were tired. We are tired. They were particular about what we ate, what we drank. Because my mother was a nurse. She knew what was wrong, what was not to eat. And a lot of people are dying young. Not because of any other thing, but the effect of negative diet, bad diet. They are eating the wrong things and they're drinking the wrong things. So, next week, I'm going to continue from here, talking more about it and telling us what to eat. Healthy diet. Healthy diet that we need to take. That will give us. They interviewed a man recently. He was 110 years old, and they were like, "Advise us. How come you are so old?" He said, "It's what I eat and what I drink." And he started mentioning some of those things. I don't eat this. I don't eat this. I don't eat this. And that's the reason now you are seeing a lot of people in their 20s, hypertensive, diabetics, and it's worse. Usually, those two like combining themselves. Diabetes I have. So we have a lot of, we call them diabetic hypertensives. They have both. They are twins. They like, hypertension and diabetes like gumming each other. They usually come as twins. So most of the time, somebody that is diabetic is hypertensive. And both are deadly. Each one alone is deadly. Then when you combine the two, you're on your way to paradise. So, we are majoring on health this month in this ministry because that's what the Lord said. Like I said, just link up with us. Every Wednesday, I'll talk about this, the physical. Like next week, I'm going to continue on this diet. But I want to talk to you about good diet and what that will help you, give you a long life. It will give you a long life. And then the last Wednesday of this month, I'm talking about alcohol. Alcohol. Oh, Mommy, I don't think. But why did God? The Bible says that Jesus went to, where did he? The marriage in Cana. That's what some people tell me. You should stop preaching rubbish. Jesus went to in John chapter 2. Jesus went to the marriage in Cana. That's what some people tell me. Jesus brought wine. The Bible says the wine finished. Jesus turned water to wine. Who told you that type of wine? It was not alcoholic. It was non-alcoholic. Go and read it, the history in the Bible. So next week we'll continue from here. And on Sundays, our daddy will be talking, General Overseer of this ministry, on the spiritual aspect of health. So, thank you very much for joining in with us. We'll continue from here next week. God bless you.